Hey, black woman, I just wanted you to know that you're pretty dope. Like, I don't care what society tells you. They might tell you that your skin's not pretty enough, that there's not enough shades to match your makeup, that although all women make 82 cents to the dollar on white men, you make 62 cents. They may tell you that you don't deserve that promotion, even though you know you do. They may tell you that when you get the promotion that you only got it because you were black. But we know that's not true. I just want you to know that I believe in you. So resist the urge to fall in line. Don't be humble, girl, brag, because you are so fine. You're the only one that can do what you do on a daily basis and never say boo-hoo to anyone, because you are the one, the black woman that's stronger than everyone. But I know what should reside in your heart is empathy, and I don't believe that you have to be trolled and dragged through Twitter and Instagram in order to change your mind and realize that what you said was intolerant and or could be considered insensitive later. If you had been educated and forced to confront the issues and, like I said, had empathy in your heart, then you would have known the black experience is not easy, especially when 70% of your league is African American, and these are the conversations that you should have had. So maybe it's not his whole heart's bad, but something about empathy was off if the first thing out of his mouth was it's disrespectful. I will not tolerate anything that is disrespectful to our nation and the flag. That was the first thing. Now, if he would have came out and said, oh, well, I understand why it happens, and I understand the meaning of protest and why we need it. However, XYZ, but that's not the way it went down in that conversation. And it wasn't a quote in a magazine. It wasn't a quote in a newspaper. And I'm exhausted and I'm tired of having to listen to someone say something like that and then have to sit back and be like, well, maybe he didn't. Maybe it's not his heart and it's this and it's that. When you reveal yourself to me and you say something like that and you say it out of an intolerant mind and or heart or a non-empathetic heart. And for the last 5 years, all we've done is see countless deaths in the street. My patience left my body when I watched George Floyd take his last breath. So if that didn't affect you and make you want to reassess the way that you're going to address a question that includes racial injustice in our country after you watch that man die in the middle of the street, something's off. I don't know if it's your heart. I don't know if it's your mind, but I don't accept either of them anymore. I will not tolerate it anymore. And Drew Brees, I will accept your apology, but I don't have to sit here and wonder what is wrong or what is right and guess if you're a good or bad person. I am not the judge and or the jury. All I can do is let you reveal yourself, and countless people are doing that right now. And for the first time ever, they are reaping some kind of consequence that does not have any retaliation for me or the people that are calling them out. For the first time, I feel like I can go on TV and say certain things. For the first time, people feel that they can tweet certain things, and people can be held accountable for the things that they are putting on display in the public. And I'm not going to apologize for that.
Andres feeding Jordan. Yes. James catches, puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound Bosch. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining.
Gentlemen, a pleasant good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Louis Sports Network. It is your boy Louis coming at you with another heavy hitter banger with yet another video. Smash the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure those notifications are turned on. Make sure you're sharing this on your social media platforms. Truly appreciate it. Hope everybody is having a wonderful Tuesday evening and enjoying the NBA Finals between the Bucks and the Suns. That's supposed to be happening in just a few minutes. I picked the Phoenix Suns, to win game 1. But on to the video. So the video is talking about what I noticed and what I've discovered from this whole go along, get along gang of black versus white feminism between Rachel Nichols and Maria Taylor. What I'm about to say is probably going to be a little bit surprising, but then at the same time, not too much. I'm going to defend Rachel Nichols to this aspect. What I've realized is, I believe Rachel Nichols has been set up because you have to ask yourself this question, ladies and gentlemen. Why is it that this leaked audio is coming out right when the NBA Finals is about to start? why is the audio that's being leaked out coming out with 3 weeks remaining on Maria Taylor's contract? Remember, ESPN was trying to give her $5 million. She wants $8 million, and because of her asking price, ESPN decided to lower it down to $2 or $3 million. Correct? What is Maria Taylor known for? She's known for her very good work on ESPN. She's done college football. Obviously, she played volleyball and basketball when she was in college. So she knows a lot about the sport. But here's the problem. The problem is the Me Too movement really elevated her status. But here's the problem that Maria fails to understand. Just because you're doing Me Too movement stuff, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're guaranteed a top spot within the company, within the corporation. Here's why. You may be doing good work, but my problem is that you're trying to use a pedestal of a Me Too movement to make it think that you deserve the amount of money that you think that you're worth. The problem is you and Rachel Nichols are expendable people that believe that they're worth more than what they really are of value. Okay? Rachel Nichols has been working for 25 years, but we know how she got into the game. It wasn't just because of her hard work, it's because she had sources, okay? She had valuable resources, okay? That was able to help her get in. And I talked about that in the previous 2 videos ago. Maria Taylor, I believe, is using race bait. And to be very clear, woke is another conservative term for racism. Just let me get that real clear out the way. She is trying to put a woke reverse Uno card on this whole situation. And why do I say woke reverse Uno? Because she's trying to use the Me Too movement as a reason why she deserves to get paid Stephen A. Smith money. I've said it once, if I said it a million times. She may have put the work and is very good at her job, but at the same time, she does not have the qualities, the characteristics, and have also put time in that makes me believe that she's even worth $8 mil a year. Because what do Stephen A. Smith, what did Stuart Scott, what did Michael Wilbon, Tony Kornheiser, what did all those guys all have in common? They bring the personality and they have the characteristics that are a worth of value. It's a reason that Mike Hill did no longer work at ESPN, because ESPN plays favorites, okay? He was a little too hip hop for them, and they said because they already have a hip hop guy in Stuart Scott. Stuart Scott was their guy, so there was not room for two. In other words, they're basically saying, this is not, ESPN ain't big enough for two hip hop guys. What are you hip hop guys that gotta go? Same thing here with Maria Taylor and Rachel Nichols. Black and white feminism can't be big enough for the two of you. It's too big for the two of you, so one of you have got to go. So do I believe Rachel was set up? Yeah, but it does not excuse her, because she got exposed for leaking out, for basically talking while the cameras were still rolling. And because that happened, she is not even part of the NBA Finals coverage. And let me say this really quick, because I need to make this very clear. You know that the WNBA is struggling with the wage gap. They feel like they deserve equal opportunity in terms of pay, just like the men. They should be making as much as the men. Here's the reality. Why do you think that the NBA have to promote the WNBA so much? It really hasn't been as marketable as people think, and it's amazing that it's still going on right now. 24th, it's in its 24th season now. But let's be really honest with ourselves. People would rather watch the NBA because it brings a level of excitement that the WNBA just does not. That's a fact. People want to see, they're in love with the three-point shooting. They're in love with the athleticism. There's just certain things in the NBA that the WNBA cannot replicate, and it will never have. That's just the reality. So this whole equal pay stuff, I just don't see it happening. Okay? Especially with the fact that the NBA funds for the WNBA. I'm sorry. And it's like I said before, why do you think they have the males promote? See, if the women were that good, they'd be able to promote themselves. It's not what it used. It's not what it used. And the thing is also, it's not what it used to be. The players from back then are not the players of today. It's a little bit different too. Including the fact that we're now Black Lives Matter, we're woke. All of this woke crap is the reason why people are not really tuning into sports like they used to. So Maria Taylor has used a woke reverse Uno card to benefit her. I told you, whose feminism is stronger? That's what this is all about. Whose women empowerment is more stronger? Black feminism or white feminism? So they both got exposed, and it's both of their faults. So I think that Rachel Nichols, yes, she was set up, but that exposes ESPN, because how long did you guys keep this under wraps? And how long were you keeping it under wraps to protect Rachel Nichols? So either way, Rachel was being protected, and she had to apologize, because now ESPN would have had no choice but to fire her after the comments she made. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, that's why Maria Taylor isn't safe neither, because you have to ask yourself, why is it coming out now? And why is it coming with 3 weeks remaining on her contract? It's not coincidence. Put it all together. There's no coincidence there. She's using her leverage for her benefit. When there's no benefit, she ain't down with it. And Rachel exposed herself that she ain't down with the movement when she started giggling about LeBron's advisor talking about how he's tired of the Me Too movement. Tried to retract his statement. Can't go back from that. That's number one. And number two, when I played those clips 2 videos ago, it's a 20-minute clip. I only played to you about 1.5 minutes of the 2 clips of Rachel and her advisor. You have to wonder, what was she speaking to him for 20 minutes about? Who was she speaking about? What kind of topics were they discussing in those 20 minutes? You don't even know. And then on top of that, now we got former ESPN colleagues attacking other people currently on ESPN. I told you, it's the woke on woke war that's going to keep happening, and ESPN is crumbling apart. They keep putting toxic personalities in the workplace because they think that they're cute. They think that they can draw ratings, until they start to open their mouth, and they open their mouth a little too much. And when they realize the mistake they made, that's when they need to get rid of them. They don't try to bring people who are just very good at doing their job and provide professionalism. Because when you give some of these women, toxic women that get in there, you would think that they were not toxic until you start hearing them talk about certain topics more and more. And then once you have them get along, put them in part of a little club, they overstep their boundaries, and then all of a sudden, now they're of no use. They're of no use to the network, because they could put themselves in a lot of trouble. So Rachel Nichols, I believe, was set up. But it also exposes the fact that she's been protected for a very long time, and finally got the boot that I believe that she deserves. And if I was an NBA player, I would not be trying to talk to Rachel ever again if she even decides to do an interview. It's amazing how she even spoke to Chris Paul, and look how short he left that interview after, I think it was after Game 4 when the Suns went up 3-1. Because they know she'll start a narrative. And that's the problem with her and with Maria Taylor. It's all about narrative control, man. Who's ever the most woke, if it gives you benefits for narratives, as long as you get power and control, that's what it's about. They're just using platforms to propagate their agenda, to propagate themselves for their benefit. That's what this is all about, ladies and gentlemen. So Maria Taylor, you almost had me there for a second. Almost. You almost had me. But unfortunately, I see the truth now. I see the real truth. You just used race baiting. You used a woke reverse Uno card so that you can claim racism in case if you didn't get the job. And the funny thing is about that is, how many people are in ESPN that are black? Richard Jefferson, Kendrick Perkins, before Paul Pierce got fired, him, Jalen Rose, Carrie Champion was there, Jamel Hill was there, Stuart Scott when he was alive was there, Mike Hill was there. How many employees did those guys hire? Dominique Foxworth. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on and on. But they're gonna claim Ray Spade. I shouldn't say they, I meant to say Maria, but that's the bottom line. So I feel like with the timing of everything that's happening, look at Malika Andrews. I think with the timing of everything, these guys knew what they're doing. Who knows if this is also just another narrative to kind of draw ratings, knowing how bad ESPN's rating is. Oh man, the go along, get along gang. Kwame Brown, you've been right all along, my brother. But anyway, this is your boy Louis, man, with another one. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, man. Bless up, live, laugh, love. Thank you guys for watching.
Taken by Iguodala. They do have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry!